I'm 24 years old, and about 2.5 years ago, I was dating this woman named Janice. She was 29. When we first got together, I had just finished school, so I was kind of bouncing between jobs, trying to build experience. I worked at cafes, bookstores, libraries, grocery stores, even did some English tutoring on the side. At first, everything seemed normal, but then weird things started happening. Every single job I got somehow ended badly. And I don't mean normal bad, I mean really strange. Random people would call my workplace to complain about me. Fake reviews would suddenly appear online. Somebody once used employee Wi Fi under my name to search up sketchy stuff. There were even former coworkers contacting my managers, warning them about me, even though I had no idea who these people were. And the craziest part, I couldn't prove any of it. So eventually, I started wondering if maybe I really was the problem. Every time this happened, Janice would comfort me. She'd tell me it wasn't my fault. She'd calm me down when I was spiraling. Honestly, she became the one person keeping me sane. Then a few months ago, I got a part time job at a bakery. And for once, things were actually going okay. I'd been there for about 2.5 months when my manager pulled me aside one day. She told me somebody had left a really nasty Google review about an employee, and based on the description, it could only have been me. The second she said that, I felt sick because this had happened before, again and again and again. My manager told me she believed me and that she'd ignore the review, but during my break, I looked it up myself. The username on the account was weird, fake sounding, something like Mick Myrtle. I went home that night, but I didn't tell Janice about it. At that point, I was just exhausted. I didn't even have the energy to complain anymore. We were hanging out like normal later that night, talking, watching TV. Everything seemed completely fine. Then Janice left the room for a minute and forgot her phone on the table. A notification popped up on her screen. And I swear to God, my heart stopped. It was a Google notification, something like, Manager has responded to your review. From the account, Mick Myrtle. I just stared at the screen. I remember trying to convince myself it was a coincidence, but deep down, I already knew. Suddenly, every bad review, every complaint, every lost job, it all started making sense. For 2 days, I tried to ignore it, tried to act normal, but I couldn't sleep. I couldn't think straight. So finally, I decided I needed proof. I told Janice I needed to borrow her booking account to buy a train ticket to visit my dad. While she was in the shower, I opened her email, and that's when I found it. A spreadsheet, a giant spreadsheet, with basically my entire life inside it. My phone numbers, emails, passwords, work schedules, names of coworkers, their social media accounts. There were even lists of fake accounts she used to sabotage me. Everything was organized neatly, like this was some kind of project to her, like ruining my life was a hobby. I honestly can't describe the feeling I had in that moment. It felt like the person I trusted most in the world had suddenly turned into a complete stranger. The second she left for work, I packed my things immediately. I didn't care about furniture or clothes or anything else. I just wanted out. I called my boss and told her I needed time off. Then I went straight to my dad's house. And when I got there, I completely broke down. I'm talking full panic attacks. Couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. I was terrified she was somehow going to show up. My dad ended up calling the police, a lawyer, even a therapist for me. I sent Janice one final message. That's it. We're done. You're sick. And after that, I changed every password I had and disappeared from her life completely. It's been about 2 years now. I never took her to court, even though a lot of people told me I should have. But honestly, I was mentally destroyed. I couldn't handle dragging everything through a public trial. Eventually, the lawyers settled things privately. Now I've moved away. I have a stable job, and slowly, I'm doing better. I still keep all my social media private. I still get anxious sometimes when something goes wrong at work. But at least now, the fear isn't controlling my life anymore. And honestly, the scariest part of this whole story isn't even what she did. It's the fact that the person who spent years comforting me through all of it was the one causing it the entire time.